Yeah, hello there. You're in the right place. It's me, Claire, Saucer and Lilac, knitting life in Orkney. I don't often introduce myself, but hello there. Thank you for coming and joining me. We are taking a slight diversion this week, and I am doing a little compilation of all my little sewing, crochet, crafting, dyeing, carding, washing fleece. There is a complete and utter conglomeration of things during this video, and I hope you enjoy it. And it covers the first 6 episodes from October 2022 until the new year of 2023. And it's a year on the 24th of October, actually, when I was in Aberdeen this past few weeks. On the 24th of October, I celebrated my first year doing these little videos. So please enjoy. So in October last year, I went for surgery at Aberdeen under a lovely consultant and his team, who looked after me extremely well and very appreciative of it. And then in February of 2022, I went for 5 sessions of radiotherapy. For a week. So I stayed again in Aberdeen in a lovely place called the Clan, which is a charity organisation that organises cancer support for people in our area. And the Highlands and Islands. Very important that the islands are supported by this as well. And so now that brings me up to... So maybe now you'll understand why I'm sort of gravitating back to my crafting skills, because I have found that they've been very relaxing to my mind. Mentally speaking, anything that involves, any mental work, for instance, tires me out, to be fair. Anything that involves sewing or knitting or carding or washing fleece, yeah, that seems to be kinder to my mind at the moment. So we'll leave it at that. We'll let it carry on like that. I'm back from Elgin. I don't do travel normally, unless I go to hospital appointments in Aberdeen. So this was a real new adventure, shall we say, for the first time in 3 years. So I'm feeling extremely tired today, but I've had some little packages through the post when I got home, and also there are a number of little bits I got on my journey. So first off, I got a couple of things from eBay for my patchwork quilting sort of things. So I'm just snipping that little envelope. See what we've got. They were kind of don't know what to expect type parcels. So there you go. That's some little squares. And this cost me something like £3.75 for about 18-inch square, which isn't bad at all really, of vintage fabrics. So, oh yes, just little small pieces, see? Something like that. That's pretty, isn't it? Yeah? And that all in the sort of same colourway, so that's going to be useful. Oh, and I quite like that. I like anything with a bit ginghamy checky look to it. Ah, that's pretty. It looks like patchwork with some applique on it. I don't know if I recognise this one. Is this Laura Ashley one? I don't know. But it's very pretty. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice little haul. Yeah. This is kind of a velvety, slightly stretchy, spotty. I like spotties. This is nice as well. So is this. Yep. These are all going to look really nice actually together. You might not think so, but once you start quilting, you find that you can they just seem to, I don't know, they just fall together. That's another pretty one. Oh yes, that's cute. And these are remnants of the kind of work, somebody's done work with perhaps. That's that. So, yeah. Oh, nice. And yeah, pretty. So that came from pack A. She's written it on for me because I bought 2 little packs. So I'll put that back in there. And that'll go with all my quilting projects waiting to do. And this is pack C. All right, okay. Cut that off. Oh, pretty, pretty. Oh, I'm really pleased with these. I hope I've got enough minutes to show you. I haven't got that many minutes today. There you go. Let's go through them quickly. That's nice. Oh yes, I like that one. Yeah. There, 2. Yeah, this looks very vintagey, to be fair, doesn't it? Another more of that little bluey yellowy one that I quite like. That's good. So all these are going to blend in all nicely together. See? So, as you know, I like doing scrappy quilts. So this is going to be fabulous. Some more of that. Brilliant. Like it. Oh, and I love little tiny rosies. Checks again. More little sweetie flowers. More of that spot brill. Well, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Oh, some more of that one, applique style. This is different, I like that. That one. And finally, that one. So there you go, that's all that pack C. So they'll go over for my, I'll get rid of the envelope. This next one is hopefully my Laura Ashley cash. Yes. Yep, that's it, empty. So, Laura Ashley. Yes, it is. So there's one. It goes on my pile over there. Yes, it was a Laura Ashley one because there's a bigger version. Look, see? That's pretty. And some pale blue of that, I think, similar. Yes. Oh, I'm really pleased with these. This one's nice. I don't recall some of these, I have to be honest with you. I have my favourites, so I'll remember them. pinky version. These are all little fat quarters. Oh yes, very nice. Pretty. Yeah. That's lovely as well. Look at that. Yes, I'm going to have a lovely time with these, I can tell. Yeah. They're all lovely matched together because they're all vintage with that other couple of little packs. They'll all go well together. Look at that. Love that. So that is my little post haul this week. Hi there. So, whilst I was in Wick, I got one of these, the rose. This is my second one now. My first one I bought in Tesco in Orkney. It's a picnic throw, and I got that for £6. This one I got in Wick, and it was £4.25. That's it doubled up. It's quite big, so I can use that for a backing, or even just as a picnic quilt. Full stop. So I've got 2 of those, which I can now put on my little pile there. Now, this was a ball of yarn that makes a scarf, sage, greys and blacks in it, which I think I quite like. I think it's a bit of a chunky one, or an Aran style one. I don't know where to put the label. Here you are, Patterns Landscape, and it's got the pattern. So that's one ball. It wasn't a wool journey, it was more of a light fabrics and stuff like that. And then I've got some creative disco, which is like, if I just pull it out there, it's like lace, see? So I might do something with that with the actual scarf pattern. So that's that one. These, I just went round this little shop in Elgin and decided to pick up some tapestry threads, and I just picked out all these colours. See? Just them. The red, dark bluey green, duck egg, cream, lime, and a sort of a mustardy colour. And I thought, oh, I can use those to embroider my Harris tweed I've got for the front of a cushion or something like that. And then I went into another shop called Veronique's in Elgin. Beautiful. And she brought out this piece of fabric, because they got William Morris, which I love. But this was she just brought it out from the back and showed it me. And at £10 a metre, I thought it was very good. And it's 60 inches wide. And look, it is very Art Nouveau in design, and the trees. And guess what? My colours matching with it. So this is going to be the backing of maybe my cushions. I don't know. I'm thinking about it at the moment. I got 2 meters of it, so there's not an awful lot. But I can get more because I can just ring her and she'll send me some. So that's nice. I like this very much. And it's cotton. And you could make it into clothing if you wanted to, you know, a dress or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to, but I've definitely got the feeling that it's going to be something household and possibly for my craft store next year, which I'm working towards filling. So that's that. And my favourite purchase of the trip is this little fella. It's the William Morris Pimpernel design, and it's a little teapot, and I haven't opened it yet, so this is the day to do it. It's got a little lid, cute little lid, and that's the little teapot, which you make tea in. I thought it might just filter through the bottom or something, but it doesn't do that. And there's your cup. Look at that cup. Oh, it's massive. And your saucer. And what you do is, there you go. Beautiful. So I'm very pleased with that. So that is my little haul. It wasn't a big one. I'm trying to be very careful. We all have bills to pay, so we just do things gently, don't we? So, bit by bit. But I have places to go now and know where to get things that I like. This I actually bought from Brodie Country Fair on the other side, between Nairn and Forres. And it's a lovely place, and we had breakfast there. And much a smaller version of Brewer, if anybody's ever been to Brewer near Pitlochry and Blair Athol, that area, which is massive. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Quite often you hear that after people have had radiotherapy, they often are quite tired for quite a long time afterwards. It affects them that way. Some people can have this kind of chronic fatigue feeling for about a year. So I'm only sort of 6-7 months along, so, and I know I'm improving every day, energy wise. Today I'm tired. I did some mental work last night and therefore I'm suffering through it this morning. Oh, and I've done my hair. I cut my hair yesterday. Yes, I do cut my own hair. If I didn't cut my own hair, I would probably have to give up buying bits of fabrics and stuff like I do. It costs a lot to have your hair done these days, and during lockdown we all sort of learned how to look after ourselves, didn't we? Anyway, so that's a little bit about me today.
days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song, in the old neighborhood. As the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream. The shadows of that time are cast beneath the streetlight beam. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry,
I've noticed over the past year is, obviously I've been doing a lot more resting. And although there are some good crafting shows on daytime TV, I quite often found that I was turning on YouTube on the TV, because I've got TV in the bedroom as well with YouTube. So whilst lying down, I would watch some of the crafting programs on YouTube, which I enjoy. There are one or two that I like particularly, and that's Kate at the Last Homely House. She's her kind of work ethic is much like mine, I think. So I quite like to follow that along, and it keeps me interested, you know. Recently I've been watching a lot more quilting YouTube channels, and also home styling channels. I love, I'm beginning to love Kirsten and Jörg, who have an absolute addiction to English country cottages, which is quite good because so do I. I like them too. And if I could style, my sort of style is towards that. I also like, I'll just remove this out of the way. I'm very much into prairie style. And I've made some designs of fabrics here of my own that's up, that you can buy on my Spoonflower Shop, actually. Not that that's an advert, but I like the log cabin style, which I've done. Little trees, daisies, little tulips, the chive fabric, that sort of thing. I'm in the office this morning and I've had a few more deliveries this week of fabrics, mainly fat quarters, that I'm going to be using for my quilting. So I thought I might show you a few of them. And this came as a set of remnants really from eBay. In fact, all of what I'm to show you this morning came from eBay. Pretty, I like this pretty little fabric with butterflies, dragonflies, bees. Isn't it pretty? That's lovely. It's quite a big piece as well, and that's double. Yeah, big bit. It has a little name on it, but I can't see. Oh no, it just says MBT. I don't know what that means, to be fair. It's a pretty little piece. But that's one side. This one wasn't expected in the package, but it's all about keeping the oceans clean. Whales, seaweed, coral, what else is swordfish, is it? Or is it dolphins? Jellyfish, yes. Narwhals. Yeah, so that's an unusual bit I wasn't kind of expecting. I like it though. Then I don't like this piece, I have to say, because I don't like snakes. But it's not to do with me, is it? So again, it's another fat quarter. There we go. Different colours. I think I might get used to it. We'll see. Well, I'll have to if I'm sewing with it, won't I? This one, goldfish. Carp, goldfish. Yeah, pretty. So this is having an animals theme, isn't it, I think? And I quite often just mix these in with what I already have. So you might get a load of animals with a load of flowers. It's been done. This I like. I would love a bigger piece of this. If anybody ever sees a bigger piece of this, can you comment below and let me know where it is? Or have you got some? Look at that. Chickens. Farmyards. Yes, you see, it kind of fits in with my prairie theme. A lot of my own fabric designs are based on a prairie theme, so that would fit in very nicely with that. This one is fossil hunting. This one's more of a marbling effect. So a nice sort of plain fabric that will, you know, just blend in. And then this one here, which is a bit of a thicker cotton, but nice colours. Leaves. Sort of autumny, I would say. So that was one that came last week. Whilst I'm here today in the office, I've got a few things to show you. Last week I said you knew I was looking at my carding and my washing of the fleece. And I said that in the next video I would be talking about how I dye. Well, this is a shade card, although I have my own designs. But this came with the jacquard products that I bought. And it was just a pack of 4. And that's all I wanted. Because I use 4 main colours from which I can make the different shades, the recipes that I have up here, and that which are now on the computer over there. So I have, I think this is a 14 gram sun yellow dye, an acid dye. Acid dye means that you use the powder and it's activated by citric acid, which also came in the pack. That way, you see it better. So that's that one. This is turquoise, number 624. Now this yellow one was number 601. Then I also go hot fuchsia, number 620. And finally, I got number 639, jet black. So what does that remind you of? Yes, certainly. The printer. In the printer, you've got black, K, C for cyan, M for magenta, and Y for yellow. And how I intend to make my dies is to initially start a bottle off in each colour. So I've got a jug, 4 cup size, which is what I'm going to start with. So I'll have 4 cups of hot water in there, and for each colour I will put 2 teaspoons of the powder into the water, and then I will store it in that sort of size jar. Oh, there's my social lilac sticker. So that's my plan. So you get citric acid with that. I will tell you how much citric acid to use when we actually come to the dyeing process, because it's all slightly different. You get gloves and various things like that. Put fabric over here. With this, you can also dye fabric, which is another interesting little good idea. And then what I also bought to help me make the correct dye recipe are syringes. These large syringes which go up to about 100 millilitres. So I might have, say, 100 millilitres of blue with maybe a smaller amount of yellow to make a green, you know? That's what I do. So that's the syringe. I've got a tube in there. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Oh, right. It's if you're going to use the tube. I'm not going to use the tube, but that's useful. Tube is useful. Tube is useful. So keep that all together. So that is how. This is the beginning of the process of the dyeing. So when I actually come to make up the dyes, the 4 colours, I will do a video on that. Then I'll do a video showing you, or in the video, the same one perhaps, I will start to show you how I do my colour mixing. And then I'm going to dye some of the fleeces, yeah. Some more florals. I like florals and ditzy prints, but I also like very large prints too, as I very much like large jewellery, chunky jewellery. And recently I've been buying some African wax prints, because again I just like the geometric pattern. As you can see, I love colour. You can't miss that, can you? And that sort of it's my sort of take on a modernised Charles Rennie Mackintosh, I suppose, because the blacks and the yellows together. The rose, I like the rose. I'm a very big fan of Harris tweed. This was made up of some scraps of Harris tweed with a bit of lace and some PVC got in there with a couple of buttons, you know. So I love Harris tweed. This curtain actually is I got some Laura Ashley fabric 20 years ago, and this winter, well, last winter, it came out of my box and became curtains. Lovely, isn't it? So I like that. I love the traditional fabrics. William Morris, Laura Ashley. I just have an eclectic taste. That's how it is, to be honest. Well, it's one of those dark days now. We're officially in winter. The clocks have gone forwards, backwards, whatever they do at the end of October. And it gets quite dark even now at this time of day. It's 1:30. And I've got the lights on. I'm having a cup of tea in my new cup. Lapsang Souchong it is. One of my favourite smoky Chinese tea. Well, at least I think it is anyway. It was a present that was given to me, and by someone who knows I like that the smoky style tea. Put that down for a minute. So today's video is a selection of clips documenting some of the things I've done this week. There is sewing, a picture out of scraps, obviously from doing quilting and various other little projects. I have a little mountain of scraps developing, very tiny wee ones. So I've been making a picture. Also, trying to think what I've done this week. You'll notice on the video anyway. I've also been doing some more carding the fleece, and I sort of slow it down a bit this time just to describe what I'm doing, and you can see the results of that. You've got a little tour of my unfinished bedroom. It's not finished yet. I've got some quilted artwork I think I want to put on the bedroom wall, because I don't really have any pictures in there, and the walls are plain, because mostly my furnishings are always colourful, as you can tell. I also have a little video on the crocheted coat you saw me doing a few weeks ago, or saw a clip of me doing a few weeks ago. That's now ready to finish with sewing in the ends and finding some button wear for the front. Also, you'll see you'll see my favourite model modelling it when it was far too long and needed shortening and didn't have any sleeves. So today I'm just going to play around. Oops, let's put with my, that's it, that'll just put a few stitches in, trim off the little bit of loose. Right, and let's see how this goes. I've not done this before, so bear with me. I'm going to try and do a bit of cross stitch stitch, zigzag, you know what I mean. Just to do the edges, quite like that. And going down here and going across this branch. The other thing that's upsetting me is, let's just pull that around a bit, is this window. Here. And it's just not, it's not square, and it's not going to be square not when I'm doing it. And I will just lift my foot up a bit to put that under. Right, here we go. Over a pin there. Right. Okay, so that's alright. I quite like that. Let's take the pin out before I do myself any damage. There. Now, can you see the grass? This is supposed to be grass. There we go. Let's do this. To lift, because I'm not stuck these down. I'm just wiggling it around a bit until I feel happy. It might be horrible. So in the end, I used my walking foot and some fabric fun pastel dye sticks, and as you can see I used a few embroidery stitches and some hand sewing using some merino one ply that I have, and I painted the background with the fabric dyes, and I think that's going to make a nice little picture with in a frame. The back is, as you can see where I've done all the quilting. And of course it's a mixture of a piece of batting between a piece of old sheeting, actually is what I used for the background, and then I've added just tiny strips of fabric that I had left, just a little bit there, in sort of varying colours. I took a black and white picture of it beforehand just to give me an idea as to what it would look like shadings wise. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that.
If only I was some kind
I'm just doing a little recap on what I've learnt so far. You need really to have your fleece quite thin so that you can see the white board underneath, and when you're first carding it has to be done very slowly. So I'm just pulling out some of these bits that are still fused together a bit. I'm not sure if they've been felted or it's just that they're still use my hands a little bit just to catch some of those, some wobbly bits. Here's another little piece. Make some rollags and some bats using the carder. They look so beautiful now, they're clean and washed. There's a little bit of grass there. I had some yarn that I'd from North Ronaldsay, quite thick yarn, which I made into a skirt, and it's still got some of the grass in it. I love that, I do have to say, I love that. It's swinging round to the desk. I've got my jars ready for the dyeing process. That'll be coming soon. But had these drying over the banister rail for carding. So this is my next batch for drying fleece. if you've come to the end of this video, then thank you for stopping by. That was very good of you, very kind of you, appreciate that. If you're coming by next week, I will be talking about dyes this time. Definitely will be talking about dyes. I got a Pyrex dish and whisk today to add to my collection of dyeing equipment. You know, we'll just see how we get on with that. I might show you a few more of my fabric purchases and what I am planning to do with them next, really.
Be good, I can't be good, but no, I got a rebel soul.